My dear child, listen closely. I want to speak to you in a way that grabs the deepest part of your heart, so you will know, without a doubt, that I am here and that I love you. Let this moment be a fresh beginning for you, a turning point in which you experience my presence and discover anew the path I have laid before you. Take a deep breath, quiet your thoughts, and let the words I speak settle into your spirit. I want to show you that you have never been alone, that I have been watching over you, caring for you, and planning great things for your life. Now is the time to believe like never before, to trust in me completely, and to receive all that I have for you. I am the Lord who formed you, the one who gave you breath. From the very beginning, I knew every detail of your life. I have seen the tears you have shed in secret places when no one else knew the pain inside your heart. I have listened to the unspoken pleas you have whispered in moments of desperation. And now, I am reaching out to you, yearning for you to realize that my grace is sufficient and my power is unlimited. You have been weighed down by burdens, anxieties, and doubts that threaten to cloud your vision and steal your hope. But I am here, knocking on the door of your heart, assuring you that I will not leave you nor forsake you. I want you to sense my loving gaze upon you. Your life is precious to me, far more precious than you could ever imagine. You are of royal lineage, created with a unique purpose that no one else on earth can fulfill. Let nothing convince you otherwise. Let no inner voice of doubt tell you that your life is meaningless or that your past has disqualified you from blessings. On the contrary, I specialize in redeeming brokenness, transforming ashes into beauty, and making the wounded whole. Even if you see only fragments of your potential, I see the finished masterpiece because I, the Creator, never abandon the work of my hands. Today I want to break down the walls that have kept you from fully embracing my love. Some of these walls have been constructed by past betrayals, painful experiences, and disappointments that hardened your heart. Others have been built by words spoken in anger, by feelings of unworthiness, by the lingering effects of shame. I understand all these struggles, and I wish to remove them from your life. I am not here to condemn you or to punish you for mistakes you have made. Instead, I long to wrap you in my tenderness, to speak words of comfort and hope, and to show you how deeply I care. Please take my hand as I guide you out of the darkness and into my marvelous light. It is no mere accident that you are hearing my voice right now. The yearning you feel within, that deep longing, is my spirit drawing you closer, whispering that it is time to walk by faith and not by sight. For so long you have tried to carry the weight of your world on your shoulders, striving to fix everything in your own strength. But, my child, I invite you to lay these heavy burdens at my feet, to trust that I am more than capable of handling every circumstance that troubles your mind. I do not want you to be weary and exhausted. I am here to give you rest. Let me remind you of the power that is unleashed when you trust in me. Doors that appeared forever shut will begin to open. Obstacles that stood like mountains will be cast aside. People who seem determined to bring you harm will watch as I prepare a table of blessings for you right where they can see it. I am the God who causes streams to flow in barren deserts, who calls forth life out of what once seemed dead. If I can clothe the flowers of the field in splendor and feed the birds of the air, how much more will I care for you, my beloved child? Yes, you are beloved. You may wonder how this can be, especially when you see your weaknesses and shortcomings. But I do not love you because you are perfect. I love you because you are mine. From the foundation of the world, I have loved you. In your lowest moments, my compassion has remained. Even when you felt unlovable or believed you had drifted too far from me, I have been right there, softly calling you back. There is nothing you can do to separate yourself from my love. If you feel that the weight of your past is too heavy, if you have convinced yourself that your mistakes are beyond repair, let me remind you, my forgiveness is complete, and my grace is immeasurable. I want to speak to the deepest parts of you that still struggle with guilt and shame. Perhaps people around you have been quick to point out all your faults, to remind you of your failures, to shake their heads in judgment. But listen to my voice above all others. I delight in showing mercy. I'm slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love. The moment you turn your heart toward me, sincerely asking for forgiveness, I wash away every stain. I cast your sins as far as the east is from the west. Do not allow regret to keep you from moving forward. You were never created to live chained to who you used to be. You were created for growth, transformation, and a flourishing future. Step into that future with boldness. Look at the horizon and see what I am doing. My promises over you are not empty. I have placed opportunities right before you, doors waiting for a knock of faith, and paths that lead to blessing. Fear has held you back long enough. It has whispered lies that you are not strong enough, not qualified enough, not worthy enough. I stand here countering every one of those lies with truth. In me, you can do all things. I have anointed your mind to receive wisdom, your hands to do excellent works, your mouth to speak words that bring life. Consider my presence with you, even as you sleep and as you rise in the morning. I never slumber, never turn my gaze away from you. In the nighttime, I protect your dwelling and watch over your loved ones. When the morning dawns, I renew your energy, awaken your hope, and stir your faith so that you can greet each new day with confidence. It is my desire that you thrive, not just barely survive. I did not form you to live a life of constant lack or torment. I am the God of abundance, the God who multiplies and provides, the God of breakthroughs and new mercies. Yes, storms will come. I do not promise a life free from trials. Challenges arise as a means for you to grow stronger, to learn perseverance, to develop compassion, and to gain understanding. The winds will blow and the waters might roar, but rest in the assurance that I stand with you. When you call upon me, I answer. When you place your trust in me, I am faithful to guide you through every valley. I turn tests into testimonies, struggles into stepping stones, and problems into platforms that display my power in your life. My child, your faith is a precious shield. It guards you against the flaming arrows of fear, doubt, and discouragement. There are voices in this world that want to belittle your trust in me, to mock the hope you carry. They will attempt to sow discontent or cynicism. Turn away from those voices. Stand firm in the knowledge that I am with you, equipping you to triumph over every negative force. Do not lose heart when people criticize or misunderstand you. Even if those closest to you fail to see the truth of what I am doing in you, remember that I see it all. I see your prayers, your devotion, your tears, and your acts of kindness. Nothing is wasted when it is offered in my name. Let me also speak to your heart about forgiving those who have hurt you. This is not always easy, I know. Some wounds run deep, and bitterness can feel like a form of self-protection. But resentment only chains you to the past, keeping you locked in pain. I invite you to open your hands and release those burdens to me. I understand every injustice you have endured, every betrayal, every moment you were overlooked or taken advantage of. I see, I know, and I will bring healing to you. When you choose to forgive, you align yourself with my heart. You step into freedom, liberation from the captivity of anger. Forgiveness does not mean excusing wrong behavior, but it does mean entrusting justice to me, the one who judges righteously. I want to speak life over you now, to fill you with the faith and resolve necessary to progress with courage. You have a purpose that will unfold day by day, as you continue to trust me. Each step of obedience, each decision to keep your heart open to my leading, each moment you say yes to my will, these lead you deeper into your destiny. Do not despise the small beginnings. Even the mightiest trees started as tiny seeds. Even the grandest structures began with a single stone. What matters is your consistency, your willingness to keep going, and your confidence in my power to complete the work I have begun in you. I see how the financial pressures of life sometimes weigh heavy on your mind. You wonder how you will pay your bills, care for your family, and meet your obligations. You worry about job security, the economy, and unexpected expenses. Let me remind you that I am your provider. It is not your employer, nor the state of the economy, nor the ups and downs of markets that ultimately sustain you. I am the one who provides, who opens doors, and who gives you the wisdom to steward resources well. If you are willing to trust me with your finances, through prayer, obedience, and generosity, I will show you that I can pour blessings into your life far beyond what you can imagine. I will give you ideas, creative strategies, and help you see opportunities that others might overlook. Continue to do your part diligently and ethically, and watch how I multiply your efforts. When it comes to your family and those you love, know that I'm working in ways you cannot always see. You have prayed for them, interceded for them, hoped for their well-being, and stood in the gap with tears and groans too deep for words. None of those prayers have gone unheard. Whether you are believing for healing, for deliverance, for reconciliation, or for salvation, trust that I am already at work. In due time, you will witness transformations that will bring you to tears of joy. Where relationships have been strained, I will bring peace. Where there have been misunderstandings, I will bring clarity. Where hearts have hardened, I will cause them to soften under the warmth of my love. If there is a history of discord in your household, a chain of struggles passed from one generation to another, I say to you, that chain can be broken in my name. Old patterns do not have to determine the future of your family. When you submit to my guidance, I will teach you a new way to walk, to speak, to interact. It might require humility, it might require patience, but remember that I, your God, am the one who helps you. Even if negativity seems entrenched in the atmosphere around you, my presence carries greater power. Invite me into your home not just in words, but in daily practice. Pray together, bless one another, speak kindly, show forgiveness, and you will see the shift take place. You will see how the light of my presence dispels the gloom that once settled in the corners of your household. Even in physical matters like sickness or chronic conditions, do not lose hope. Turn to me with faith, believing that I am your healer. I do not promise that life on earth will always be free of pain, but I assure you that I remain the same, the one who touched and healed multitudes. At times, healing can be instantaneous. Other times, it is a journey where I strengthen you daily and hold your hand through treatments and procedures. Sometimes, I lead you to the right medical professionals. Sometimes I show you solutions in nature. Trust that I will guide you according to what is best for your body, soul, and spirit. Let me also heal you emotionally, for wounds of the heart can linger long after physical ones have healed. Come to me for complete restoration. I specialize in wholeness, in repairing what seems beyond repair. To those who are hurting inside, carrying depression or anxiety or feeling emptiness, I speak these words of life. You do not have to remain in that pit. I can lift you out. My voice penetrates the darkest night of the soul. If life's struggles have led you to question your purpose or your worth, know that you are cherished. Let me calm the storm in your mind. Let me be the steady rock on which you stand. Your identity is not found in people's criticisms, nor in your failures or successes. but in me. You are mine, and I have not forsaken you. Release the regrets and allow me to usher you into seasons of joy and peace once again. Look around and see that I place key people along your path to assist you in times of need. Sometimes they appear as friends, mentors, or even kind strangers. No encounter is truly accidental. There are divine connections I orchestrate to bless and guide you. Remain humble and open so you can recognize those I send into your life. And do not forget that I also want to use you as a vessel of blessing. As you receive from me, be willing to pour out into others, your family, your community, your church, and even strangers in need. Watch how giving freely from a heart of love multiplies the blessings in your life. I want you to be a fountain, not just a container. Listen carefully to my voice within you, especially when you are on the verge of important decisions. I gave you free will, and I respect the choices you make, yet I long to guide you. My guidance sometimes comes as a gentle nudge in your spirit, a sense of peace or unease about a certain path. Other times it comes through wise counsel from someone I place around you. I might confirm it through the scriptures or through events that align unexpectedly. Pay attention to these signs. Do not rush ahead without my direction, nor linger behind when I am prompting you to move. Where I guide, I provide. Where I lead, I bring fruitfulness. Even as you hear these words, I'm stirring your heart with renewed hope and possibility. Perhaps you have started to dream again, to consider that there might be more for you than just the routine you have known. Do not be afraid to dream. I am the dream giver. All the best ideas, the most life-giving inventions, the greatest works of creativity, the most heroic acts of compassion, and the most selfless endeavors of faith ultimately flow from me. Lay your dreams at my feet and I will shape them. Align them with my purposes and watch them flourish. Your life is meant to be a testimony of what can happen when someone truly yields to my love and power. If you have tried to bury your dreams out of disappointment or frustration, thinking they were foolish, let me awaken them within you once more. Time has not been wasted, for I can redeem time and cause a new season to spring forth, even if you believe it is late. There is no limit to what I can do in a willing heart. Look at the lives of those who walked with me in the past. They did not accomplish great feats by their own strength, but by trusting me. Their weaknesses became showcases for my glory, and their limitations turned into stepping stones for miracles. In the same way, I delight in using the humble, the overlooked, the discouraged. I raise them up to fulfill extraordinary purposes that leave others in awe of my goodness. Do not worry about the scoffers or the doubters who say, "It's too late for you," or "You've made too many mistakes." Remember, I'm the one who calls things into existence from nothing. I formed the universe with my word. I can change the course of your life in a moment if I choose. Yet I also work through processes to mold your character and deepen your dependence on me, so that when you stand in victory, you know without a doubt that it was my hand at work. In that process, I teach you perseverance, hope, compassion, and trust. I also want to speak to those who feel uncertain about their future, perhaps because you have come to a crossroads or entered a new season of life. Transitions can be intimidating, but they are also opportunities for growth and deeper intimacy with me. In transition, you may feel as if the old has passed away, but the new has not fully arrived yet. That middle place can be unsettling. Lean on me in this interim. Let my word be the lamp to your feet, illuminating the next step even if you cannot see the entire path. I have promised to be your shepherd, and a shepherd never abandons his sheep. My rod and staff are there to guide and protect you. When you feel lost, recall that I know exactly where you are and how to lead you out of confusion into clarity. In times of solitude, Remember that you can always talk to me. Open your heart in honesty. There's nothing you can say that will shock or repel me. I already know your fears, your doubts, your desires, and your longings. I wait for you to share them with me because in that act of surrender, your faith is activated and your spirit becomes receptive to my answers. Listen too for my voice in the stillness. Your heart might be so full of noise, plans, and questions that you miss the gentle whisper of my spirit. Make space for quiet moments, for worship that softens your heart, and for reading my words so you can recognize my voice more clearly. I am not a harsh taskmaster, always demanding more than you can give. On the contrary, my load is easy and my burden is light when you align yourself with my will. I do not want you to walk around in constant stress or anxiety, thinking that you must meet a standard you cannot possibly reach. Rest in the knowledge that my grace is sufficient. I value your obedience, not your perfection. I value your humility, not your self-sufficiency. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, so do not be ashamed to admit where you need help. I am here to supply what you lack, to fill the voids in your life and mend the broken areas of your spirit. When temptations come, remember that you have the power to resist them. Sin is not your master. My spirit in you is greater than the forces trying to pull you down. If you find yourself entangled in bad habits or harmful relationships, turn to me for deliverance. Do not rationalize wrongdoing or stay in a place that slowly drains the life out of you. Sometimes you may need to take bold steps of faith to walk away from toxic environments or influences. Though it might feel uncomfortable or risky in the moment, trust that I have better plans for you than to remain in chains. I am the chain breaker, the one who sets the captives free. Let me assure you of something else. I never tire of hearing your prayers. Whether you come to me once a day or 100 times a day, my ears are attentive. I do not grow weary of your voice. I am not like people who might become annoyed with repeated requests. On the contrary, I encourage you to keep on asking, keep on seeking, keep on knocking, for in persistent prayer you learn perseverance and grow in faith. Sometimes the answer is instant, sometimes it is delayed, but it always arrives at the perfect time, and often the process of waiting shapes you as much as the answer itself. It refines your character, tests your motives, and expands your capacity to receive the greater blessings I have in store. You may wonder, how do I know my prayers are heard? Or, how can I be certain that I have not disqualified myself from your favor? Look at my word. Read the promises I have spoken. Ask, and you shall receive. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door shall be opened. Understand that my desire is to give you good gifts, to see you flourish. If you, despite your imperfections, know how to give good things to those you love, how much more do you think I, the perfect Father, will give to you? Banish the lie that you have gone too far for me to bless you. As long as you have breath, you can turn to me and find grace. My kindness is meant to lead you to a place of change and renewal, not to shame you. Sometimes I also speak through nature, allowing you to witness my glory through sunsets, stars, and the beauty of creation. The majesty of mountains and the gentle rhythm of the ocean waves declare my power and peace. When you stand in awe of the natural world, remember that I fashioned it with mere words. If I am able to create such wonders, can I not handle your problems with ease? Allow the majesty of creation to stir up gratitude in your heart. Giving thanks reorients your perspective. It moves your focus away from what is lacking and onto what is possible. Gratitude softens the heart, making it ready to receive even more of my love and guidance. You might feel a calling to share your story, to testify about what I have done in your life, or to comfort others with the comfort you have received. Do not be afraid to open your mouth. Your testimony can be the very instrument I use to spark faith in someone who has all but given up hope. You do not need a grand stage. Often, it is in quiet, personal conversations that hearts are transformed. The key is your willingness to speak from a place of authenticity, acknowledging your struggles and my redemptive power. Many are waiting to hear about the realness of my love, unfiltered by religiosity or judgment. You can shine a light in their darkness simply by sharing how I lifted you out of yours. Keep in mind that true worship is more than a song or a moment in a building. It is a posture of the heart, a lifestyle of loving me and loving others, of aligning your will with mine. When you worship me in spirit and truth, your entire being is in harmony with the divine. It is in those moments of genuine worship that chains break, revelations come, and the peace that surpasses all understanding saturates your soul. Let your life become a living sacrifice of love, a continuous offering of gratitude and service that glorifies my name. For those who feel tired or burned out from religious duty, come to me. You were never meant to perform rituals without a genuine connection to my heart. I do not delight in empty traditions. What pleases me is a surrendered spirit, a repentant heart, a loving attitude toward your neighbors, and an unwavering commitment to truth. Rid yourself of any yoke of legalism or shame-based thinking. Step into the freedom I purchased for you. You are not a slave. You are a son or daughter of the Most High King. In that sonship, you find rest, acceptance, and security. Let that identity transform the way you see yourself and the way you live. I also want you to know that there are secrets of wisdom and knowledge I wish to reveal to those who truly seek my face. The world chases after many superficial pursuits, but those who hunger and thirst for righteousness shall be filled. Ask me to show you my ways, to teach you the mysteries of grace, and to open your eyes to deeper truths hidden in my word. You will discover treasures that nourish your soul and guide you through life's complexities. The more you seek me, the more you will find that I am the source of all wisdom, joy, and love. As you continue to grow, be aware that spiritual battles are real. Do not dismiss the reality of forces that want to pull you away from me. Yet, you need not be afraid, for I have equipped you with the armor of faith, righteousness, truth, salvation, and peace. Clothe yourself daily in these gifts, stand firm, and remember that I have already overcome the powers of darkness. The enemy has no legitimate claim on your life. While you may face trials, you fight from a position of victory, because I am with you, and I never lose a battle. Remember to cultivate a spirit of humility. Pride can creep in subtly, especially when you begin to see breakthroughs and blessings. Pride wants you to believe you accomplished everything by your own might, forgetting that every good gift comes from me. Stay humble. Give me the glory for your successes and remain dependent on my guidance. A humble heart is fertile ground for greater blessings because it recognizes that apart from me, you can do nothing. It also keeps your heart open and tender, willing to serve others and extend grace. I see some of you longing for companionship or a sense of belonging. You may feel alone, as if no one truly understands you. Let me be your closest friend and dearest companion. In me, you will find perfect love, acceptance, and understanding. I also want to lead you to genuine community among people who love me and who will love you as well. Though you might have been hurt by individuals in the past, do not let that keep you from forming new bonds that I have prepared for you. Healthy relationships are part of my design. Just as iron sharpens iron, the right connections will help you grow into who I have created you to be. If you have children or younger siblings, remember that I want you to guide them in the way of truth, planting seeds of faith, hope, and love in their hearts. It is not always about lofty sermons, but about living an example of integrity, kindness, and unwavering trust in me. Children watch closely. They learn from your actions more than from your words. Let your home become a sanctuary where my name is honored, where prayer is common, and where love is demonstrated consistently. Even if children stray, keep praying. My arm is not too short to reach them, and your prayers carry power. For those who feel a calling to serve in ministry or in leadership, do not let fear of inadequacy hold you back. I choose ordinary people to carry out extraordinary tasks. Your credentials do not come from human institutions alone, but from the anointing I place upon you. Study, learn, and prepare diligently, but never forget that the Holy Spirit is your true teacher. With me, you can speak words that heal broken hearts and set captives free. Whether your ministry is public or behind the scenes, remember that nothing done for me and in love is insignificant. I reward faithfulness even in the smallest duties. At times, you may grow restless because you crave immediate results. My child, let patience have its perfect work. Seeds do not sprout overnight. Projects do not always succeed on the first attempt. Characters are not forged without trials. Seasons of waiting do not mean I have forgotten you. Instead, they often indicate that I am arranging circumstances or strengthening you for what lies ahead. Delight yourself in me, rest in my promises, and trust my timetable. I know exactly when to bring things to fruition so that you can handle them responsibly. I also want you to consider the power of your words. Life and death can flow from the tongue. Choose to speak words of faith, hope, and love. Bless those around you instead of cursing them, even if they have wronged you. Build up rather than tear down. This discipline will not only transform others, but will reshape your own thinking. By speaking in alignment with my word, you invite my power into every situation. Your declarations become seeds that eventually bear fruit. Speak blessings over your home, your job, your finances, and your relationships. Watch how the atmosphere shifts when your language matches the truth of who I am and what I promise. If you have made it this far in hearing or reading these words, know that I am personally inviting you into a deeper relationship with me. Do not let your routine or your distractions pull you away from this moment. Open your heart fully. Feel my spirit touching you right now. Accept the comfort I offer, the peace that surpasses all understanding, the assurance that every need will be met in due time. Surrender to my love, and let me carry the weights you have borne for too long. I stand ready to pour out blessings beyond measure, to replace your anxieties with my calming presence, and to fill your life with divine purpose. If you recall painful memories that seem to linger, I want you to know that I am the God who heals past wounds. I can rewrite your history in a way that, even though you remember the events, the sting of pain will be replaced by a testimony of victory. I take what the enemy meant for evil and turn it around for your good. Let go of bitterness or anger and leave vengeance in my hands. I am just, and in due time, I right every wrong. Let me refresh your spirit like cool water in a desert, breathing new life into areas that once seemed barren. Do not be anxious about tomorrow. Live in the present, trusting me moment by moment. I hold your future in my hands, and I promise that as you walk in obedience and faith, goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. Reflect on how I have already carried you through trials that once seemed insurmountable. Did I fail you then? Will I fail you now? No, my child, I remain faithful. My character never changes. The waves of life may rise, but I stand above them all, extending my hand to pull you to safety. Even now, I'm pouring out a fresh measure of faith into your heart. Can you sense it? It is that subtle yet powerful assurance that everything will be all right, that you are not alone, that hope is rising like the dawn. Embrace it. Cling to it. Speak it over yourself. I am not abandoned. My God is with me. He sees me, hears me, and loves me. His plans for me are good. When you speak these truths, you align your spirit with my spirit. You declare war on every negative thought that tries to infiltrate your mind. You stand in agreement with the promises I have already spoken over your life. Let me remind you, I'm not just a concept or an idea. I'm real, personal, and intimately involved in your journey. I'm the one who parted seas in ancient times, the one who fed thousands with a few loaves, who healed the lepers and raised the dead. I have not changed. What I did then, I can do now. Miracles still happen, prayers are still answered, and lives are still transformed. Do not limit me with your doubts. Believe that I can move mightily in your situation. As you trust me, watch how I reveal myself in both grand and subtle ways. For those who wrestle with questions about your identity, let me affirm who you truly are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You have been adopted into my family as a child of light. You carry royal blood, for I'm the King of Kings, and you bear my name upon you. You are not defined by the labels others place upon you, nor by your job title, your bank account, or your social status. You are defined by the love I have for you, by the purpose I have woven into your being. Let your soul resonate with this truth, and let it become your anchor. Some of you have dreams of serving communities, of establishing businesses that honor me, of writing books or music, of creating art, of exploring fields like medicine, education, technology, or humanitarian work. Understand that these desires can be vehicles for my glory. If you commit your work to me, I will expand your influence. I will connect you with people who can partner with you, and I will guide you to resources. The key is remembering why you do what you do. If your heart remains aligned with love and service, I will bless the endeavor, and I will use your successes to inspire others, to show them that faith in me is not in vain. Be aware, too, that success in my eyes is not always measured by outward accomplishments alone. It is measured by faithfulness, integrity, compassion, and obedience. The quiet acts of kindness, the simple prayers you whisper for someone in need, the ways you stand firm in adversity, these matter greatly to me. Some heroes never see their names in lights, but they shine brilliantly in heaven because they have lived according to my heart. Let that encourage you. Let it remind you that your value is not tied to recognition, but to the depth of your relationship with me and your commitment to do good. Now, if you feel overwhelmed at times by the sheer magnitude of the tasks before you, recall my words. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Do not shrink back because you think you cannot handle it. You are right. In your own strength, you may not be able to. But with me, all things are possible. Come, let us partner together. I will infuse you with courage when you feel faint, give you the words to speak when your mind is blank, and empower you to accomplish more than you ever dreamed. The mission is not yours to carry alone. I walk with you side by side, showing you each step of the way. In moments of weariness, find refuge under my wings. Allow me to minister to you, to replenish you with spiritual nourishment. Sometimes you just need to pause, breathe, and let me fill you anew. Even though there's work to be done, I do not want you to burn out. You are not a machine. You are a precious soul. Take care of your body, mind, and spirit. Cherish the times of rest, the Sabbath moments where you simply delight in my goodness and reflect on the blessings I've already poured into your life. Balance is part of my design. I created day and night, seasons of planting and seasons of harvest, times of movement and times of stillness. Embrace each season and seek my presence in all of them. To those who feel as though they have little to offer, remember the story of the widow's mite. She gave a humble offering, but in my eyes, it was more valuable than lavish gifts given from surplus. What matters is the posture of the heart. Offer me what you have, and I will multiply it. A smile, a cup of water, a kind word, a small donation, a helping hand. These can become mighty expressions of love in my hands. Do not underestimate the power of small deeds done in great love. They ripple out in ways you cannot see, touching lives and sparking changes that reach far beyond the moment. Also, understand that comparison is a thief of joy. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. I made you unique with your own gifts, your own challenges, your own timing. The path I have for you is tailored to your identity and calling. When you look at others and envy their progress or their blessings, you lose sight of what I am doing in you. Stay focused on my voice, my guidance, my assignment for you. I am writing a story with your life, and it will not look identical to someone else's. Celebrate the successes of others and trust that I have blessings for you as well. Rejoice with those who rejoice, and be confident that your time for rejoicing will come too. The more you heed these words, the more you will find your faith increasing, your burdens lifting, and your perspective shifting. You will notice that your heart becomes a wellspring of gratitude rather than a reservoir of complaints. You will see that fear loses its grip on your decision-making, replaced by a bold conviction that I am leading you. You will recognize opportunities to be a blessing where you once saw inconveniences. You will speak life over yourself and over those around you, becoming a vessel of hope and encouragement. Take seriously the promptings of my spirit when I nudge you to pray for someone, to reach out with a message of comfort, or to step into a new venture. These promptings are often the seeds of miracles. Obedience in small things leads to favor in greater things. When I see that you are willing to do what I ask, even if it seems insignificant, I know that you can be trusted with more. That is how I train my servants, how I mold my beloved children. It's not about chasing the grand gesture. It's about the faithful, day-to-day following of my lead. As your faith matures, you will experience an overflow that can only come from my presence. You will sense that you are walking in alignment with my will, that your words, actions, and thoughts are increasingly harmonized with my heart. You will find peace in the midst of chaos, joy in tribulation, and love for people who once seemed unlovable. This transformation is evidence of my spirit working within you, shaping you to reflect my nature. You will also discover a deeper longing for eternal things, a recognition that your time on earth is temporary but significant. Your life is part of a grand narrative that extends beyond the boundaries of what you see in the present moment. I have placed eternity in your heart so that you would not be satisfied with mere earthly pursuits. You sense there is more because there is more. There is an eternal kingdom that cannot be shaken, a realm where my glory shines unceasingly. Let that eternal perspective guide your earthly steps, reminding you that there is treasure in heaven that far surpasses any worldly wealth. Never doubt the worth of abiding in me. If you remain connected to the source of life, everything else will flow naturally. Apart from me, achievements turn hollow, relationships lose their depth, and purpose becomes hazy. Remain in me and you will bear fruit, fruit that lasts, fruit that blesses you, your family, and generations to come. You were created to flourish, to live abundantly in body, mind, and spirit, all under my loving care. If anxiety or doubt tries to creep in again, bringing you back to the shadows of worry, remember what I have told you today. Recite the promises of my word. Let them roll off your tongue. Let them fill your mind. and let them reside in your heart. Through repeated affirmation of truth, you build a fortress against the lies of the enemy. You become steadfast, unmovable, standing on the rock of assurance that I am who I say I am, and I will do what I have said I will do. Keep pressing forward, even when the road is not clear. Like a lamp in the night, my word will reveal enough light for the next step. You do not have to see the entire journey to trust the direction I am pointing you. With each step of obedience, the path becomes clearer. My spirit will whisper reassurance when you feel hesitant. My grace will be sufficient when you feel your strength failing. My love will envelop you when you feel isolated or misunderstood. Live in the consciousness that you are never truly alone. Even if friends or family forsake you, even if the crowds scatter, I remain. I am your constant companion, your confidant, your guide, and your defender. When human support falters, I step in with divine support that exceeds anything you could think or imagine. I provide for every need, emotional, physical, spiritual, and I do so in ways that often exceed your prayers and hopes. Hold fast to this truth and watch your faith become unshakable. In the stillness of this moment, let my words resonate within you. I am breathing upon every doubt, every fear, every sorrow. I am declaring new seasons of growth and fruitfulness. I am forging a fresh chapter in your life story, one where my glory shines through your weaknesses and my grace empowers you to do exploits in my name. Receive it all by faith. Let yourself believe again. Let hope spring up like a well in the desert. Let love conquer every ounce of hatred or bitterness that once held you captive. All of heaven rejoices when you open your heart to these truths. There is celebration over a single soul that chooses to step out of darkness into light, out of despair into hope, out of defeat into victory. You are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses cheering you on, reminding you that the race is not to the swift alone, but to those who endure, who persevere, who trust me even when circumstances appear bleak. This is your invitation to a life transformed, a destiny fulfilled, a joy uncontainable. Embrace it. Commit in your heart to live differently, to walk hand in hand with me, to trust in my unbreakable promises, and to let my words guide your every move. Speak out your acceptance, declare your loyalty, and watch as the old passes away and a vibrant new reality emerges. You will see that nothing is impossible for those who believe. Though the world might shake, though the nations may be in turmoil, though uncertainty may fill the news, you stand on a kingdom that cannot be moved. My kingdom is eternal, and my power is limitless. Cling to that higher reality. Let your soul find rest in knowing I am sovereign over all. Just as a potter shapes clay, I shape hearts, circumstances, and destinies. Trust me through the process, even when the wheel spins faster than you're comfortable with. I know exactly what I'm molding you to become. Right now, I pour out a fresh anointing over you, releasing gifts you may not have realized were within you. Talents, discernment, compassion, creativity, leadership, faith, they rise to the surface, ready to be used for good. Embrace them, develop them, and share them. You were never meant to hide your light. Let it shine for all to see, that they may witness my goodness and find hope in the example you set. My beloved, I see you as you truly are. My precious child, rest in this love, for it is steadfast, unshakable, and everlasting. Do not fear tomorrow. I am already there. Do not dwell on your past. I have redeemed it. Do not shrink back in the face of adversity. I have equipped you. Step into each day wrapped in the assurance that you belong to me. Let your heart sing a new song of praise, filled with gratitude and awe. Take my words to heart, carry them in your soul, and revisit them often. They are a lifeline, a fountain of hope, and a declaration of your worth in my sight. Speak them over yourself in times of doubt. Let them guide your prayers. Let them flavor your conversations. Let them transform the way you see the world and your place in it. For I have chosen you, I have loved you, and I have prepared a place for you in my eternal plan. I hold your hand now and always. You need only lean on me. Do not let go. Do not turn back. A bright horizon awaits, filled with promise and glory, for I am the God who can do exceedingly, abundantly above all that you ask or think. Draw near to me, and I will draw near to you. Delight in me, and I will grant you the desires of your heart, aligning those desires with my perfect will. Know this: I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The same power that raised the dead to life, that calmed the raging sea, that fed multitudes, is at work in you and for you. With every beat of your heart, remember that you are deeply, passionately loved by the one who crafted galaxies. Let that love define you, sustain you, and propel you toward the extraordinary life I have ordained for you. Yield to my spirit, for I will lead you from glory to glory, transforming you each day into a clearer reflection of my divine nature. Be bold in faith, steadfast in hope, and boundless in love, for I am with you every step of the way. I have now poured out my heart, sharing truths that will strengthen, comfort, guide, and ignite your spirit. Take these words as my personal gift to you. Store them in the treasure box of your heart, and let them shape the course of your journey. When trials come, you will stand firm, anchored in the knowledge that I'm for you, not against you. When blessings overflow, you will remember to praise me, knowing that every good thing comes from my hand. Believe, receive. Step forward in confidence. You are mine, and I will never fail you. Lift your head, for your redemption draws near. Spread your arms wide to welcome the wonderful future I have prepared. Rejoice in your identity as my child, my beloved, and walk in the fullness of the purpose for which I created you. I seal these words in love and truth, and I promise to watch over them until they are fulfilled in your life. Trust me, I am your God, and I will always be with you. Amen.